Hey, Kel Mitchell. Hey, this is an honor to talk to you. Thanks for joining us on WTOP.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Happy to be here.
Now, a lot of us, myself included, grew up watching you on Nickelodeon. We can get into all that in a second, but there's a couple, we want to talk about a couple new projects you have. I know you got a new children's book, Prank Day, coming out on September 6th. You also got bedtime Bible stories for Pray.com. Which one would you like to talk about first?
Let's just jump in. Whichever one you want. Whichever one. I'll let you go first.
All right. Sounds good. Tell me about Prank Day really quick first, and then we'll save
Okay.
the best for last. How about that? All
Yeah, man.
right, so, we'll do Prank Day. All right, so it's what is it? It's a children's book, illustrated novel for kids, comedy, fantasy. You know what's the premise here?
Yeah, man. So, Prank Day, it is a fantasy fiction novel for kids. It's for tweens, and it's about a kid named Chase. And on April Fool's Day, he does a bunch of pranks. But then here's the catch: the next day, all the pranks come true. Right. So
Ah.
now there's clowns coming through the toilet, there's spiders flying around, there's an actual running refrigerator running through his neighborhood, and he has to figure out why all this is happening. It's an awesome, awesome book. I love it. It's very diverse, awesome, amazing characters in it as well. And it really teaches kids about being themselves. Because within the story, the only reason he's doing these pranks is to impress a girl. But then he later finds out that she likes things about him that is the real him. And so, and all the kids find this out within their journey about themselves. And it's really about not judging a book by its cover. And it has a lot of fun stuff in there. All my Nickelodeon fans, you'll be happy. We have a little couple of like surprises in the illustrations. If you look in the background, you might find certain things that you've seen from Nickelodeon in there. So I did that for the parents because I love reading to my kids. And I think it would be really cool for the parents to find some little nuggets in there from the 90s that they would enjoy.
I love it. I love it. A little Nickelodeon. Where's Waldo in the background? Where's
Yeah.
Kel? With that now, did you write it, illustrate it, or did you work with somebody on it?
Yeah, I wrote the book, man. Wrote the book. I'm super excited about it. Bless Mode was my first book. Actually, Bless Mode's right there. And that's a
Speaking of
devotional.
things in the background.
Yeah, man, right? Exactly. Bless Mode, devotional book. And then the publisher asked me if I had another idea, and I had Prank Day, which is just an awesome, awesome story, man. So yeah, it's been cool. I'm an author. I'm an author now, right?
Yeah, it's a cool idea. See, kids, when you make those April Fool's pranks, April 2nd, there might be some fantasy payback there. All right. All right. Well, hey, you mentioned Bless Mode really quick. Catch us up on what that was about. Before we get to the pray.com stuff, tell me about Bless Mode.
Yeah, so Bless Mode is a devotional book that came out last year in December, and it's still doing great, still available where books are sold. And I really wanted to put out a book to let people know that they're beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That was very important to me. And it's a jumpstart to your day. It's what I do all the time. People say, well, Kel, how do you keep your joy? You've been through a lot and all these things. How do you keep your joy? And I'm like, well, I go to God first with all my anxiety, whatever I might be feeling about the future. I go to him in prayer, and I make it a lifestyle. I love to work out. So fitness has to become a lifestyle, not just a diet. And the same thing is with your faith. It needs to be your lifestyle. God is important as your breathing. And so within Bless Mode, I show people how to start that off. And so I start you off with a Bible verse, and then a short story about my life, and then how that Bible verse connects. And then after that, I have them apply it to their life. So they have to apply Bless Mode to their life. So I might have them forgive someone. I might have them do some burpees. It's a lot that's involved in it. It works on your spiritual and mental and physical health. So yeah, that's what Bless Mode is all about. We got a song to it too. The song is awesome to Bless Mode too. I got back in the studio for that. And yeah, man, I'm just all about just all around being transparent and letting people know about God. Yeah.
Cool. So it's like a 90-day devotional, a daily devotional. Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, 90-day daily devotional to level up your faith. And you know, it's a play on beast mode. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a beast. I want to be blessed, you know, and then also too, no shots at beast mode, but I'm staying in blessed. I'm staying in blessed mode. And also I love to play video games back in the day. And I don't know if you know, but you know the up, down, left, right, start in Nintendo.
Are you kidding me? I still remember the code, the Tyson 007373. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And so like those codes, man, were like for the designers of the game.
Yeah.
So that way they can like see if it's anything wrong with the game. And then
Sure.
consumers like us found it out. And so now we can skip levels. And so I look at that in the same way as believers. Now that we know what the designer knows and what he designed us to do, when we connect to him every day, then we can get through things quicker than everybody else because now we know what the designer knows, you know?
Nice. What was it? Up, down, left, right, BA,
Start.
BA, select, start, or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Contra and in Ninja Turtles too. I think it worked for both of those NES games.
Yeah, bro.
But it also works for your faith, sounds like. All right. Cool, man. I knew you'd be in Nickelodeon. You're a Nintendo. That's our era, man. All right.
Oh yeah, Sega. Yeah,
Sega. Super Nintendo. Oh, we were spoiled. We were spoiled. All right, cool. Well, and all right, well then Bless Mode that segues into the Pray.com stuff. So what do you got? It's called Bedtime Bible Stories, including you're doing a reading of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. What explain?
I am. I'm totally doing Jesus Sermon on the Mount. Reading the whole thing. So I got my bedtime voice on, which is really, really cool. But I love pray.com. I actually use the app. I'm really into, apps that are de-stress, take away the stress, making sure people are, mindful of that, really just relaxing. We go through a lot throughout the day, bro. And so, Jesus is our comforter. He's our peace. So you definitely want to hear the word of God, and then also in a peaceful way. And the way pray.com does it is that, it has like music behind it. You hear the birds chirping. You feel like you're right there hearing Jesus. It's so awesome. And I was like, I definitely got to be a part of this. Definitely jumped in the studio to make that happen. And pray.com is awesome. Like it's so many, like within the app, you have music, you have prayers, to help you get through whatever you may be going through. And so when they asked me to be a part of it, I was like, I definitely want to be a part of it. I want to also partner with the app, and that's what I've definitely done. Yeah.
Awesome. You can wake up with Blessed Mode and go to bed with Bedtime Bible Stories. Kel Mitchell all day long. But awesome. Well, we should remind people that, this all ties in that what was it, in maybe 2019 you became a youth pastor at what's the church? It's Spirit Food Christian Center, California?
I still am. Spirit Food Christian Center. That is the church. I became a licensed pastor in 2019, but I had already been preaching and speaking to youth and all over. Been doing it for years, but everybody found out on 2019 because it ended up hitting all through the web and going viral. But yeah, I've been all in helps ministry, working within my church, and it's just been awesome. It's been a beautiful thing, man. Yeah, and I do that while doing entertainment at the same time, juggling all that. Yeah,
you got your hands full. It's great though. That's great what you're doing. Great. Well, whenever I have someone on, I always like to remind them how you got into it to begin with. So obviously, you're a pastor of the California thing, but where'd you grow up? You were born in Chicago, right?
Yeah, south side of Chicago. I grew up out there. Loved it.
You're White Sox, not Cubs.
Yeah, White Sox, bro, all the way. But I still was happy for the Cubs when they won the series. Come on, it's Chicago.
That's me with the Orioles and the Nationals. I'm an O's fan, but I like when the Nats won.
Exactly, you got to still support.
But so, how'd you make your way out to LA then? I guess to pursue acting and stuff.
Yeah, man. So I was always a rambunctious kid. Very
no way.
Yeah, right. How could that be? But yeah, man. My parents tried everything to kind of just we need him to do something. He needs some type of hobby, and they tried everything. And I do mean everything. And then they found acting, which was super cool. It was a community theater within my neighborhood. Sent me there for the summer. I fell in love with the art of acting, man. I was like, oh, I found what I should be doing.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed it. It wasn't to get on television though. It was just really just a hobby that turned into a lifelong career, man. And I was doing theater in Chicago there. And then I started doing theater in downtown Chicago and all these different theaters, and I started to make a little bit of a name for myself. And then, my first gig was I was a model. So I modeled for Captain Crunch.
No way. We grew up watching you in cereal commercials. We didn't even know.
I modeled on the box. I wasn't in the commercial. I was on the box. I was a model first, and I was on the back of the box holding a Crunchberry, box. And to me, I was like, "Oh, I made it!" Like people were running through the hallways, like it's the Crunchberry guy. He's gonna bite him.
He likes it, like Mikey.
but yeah, acting. I just go on different auditions, and you win some, you lose some. Yeah. Trying to do that, and then all that came along, which was this sketch comedy show for kids, and nothing like that had ever came through the city before, as far as an audition. Nothing like that had ever been on television at the time as well, for kids to be doing like a In Living Color SNL type of show. And yeah, man, auditioned for that. Went up against every funny kid from different cities like the Avengers, and got in there, bro. So yeah, that's how it happened.
So you actually auditioned for all that in Chicago, and then when you got cast, then you moved out, and I guess you shot it in Hollywood, right?
No,
where was it shot?
We went to Florida first.
Oh,
so
cool.
We went to Florida first, shot it out there. And they had the Mickey Mouse Club across the way. So it was like Nickelodeon battling.
Oh, okay.
And then so we were out there for like, I want to say 2 or 3 years. And then we had the Keeton and Kel show as well.
Yeah.
And then we brought all that at Keeton and Kel to LA. And then we started shooting out in Los Angeles, and I've been here ever since. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, as a childhood All That fan, I guess it ran from 94 to 2000. Who's your personal favorite character? Was it? I mean, I was always partial to Repairman-Man-Man-Man.
Repairman-Man-Man-Man. Yeah. I always says he needs his own like movie. Repairman was a wild guy.
Right? I know. No, he needs his own movie.
movie. Oh man, I love them all for different reasons. My characters, because they all have a special place in my heart. But also too, I mean, Coach Kreeton is just nuts. My coach that I played, and he was based on one of my coaches in Chicago who was just mean about everything. He would yell at everybody like, "What? Shut up!" So it's based on that. But of course, Ed is just the gift that keeps giving. So, with Good Burger.
Of course, Ed Good Burger. Yeah, of course. That became you got you and Kenan Thompson did a movie version of it, Ed and Dexter there. What was it like shooting, now that it was a famous character, do any memories from the actual set of the Good Burger movie? I mean, that was a whole nother level.
Dude, a whole nother level, driving down Sunset Boulevard and seeing this huge billboard cutout of Kenan and I, surfing on a pickle, was like super big memory for me. And then also too, on set, like the big dancing scene in Demented Hills, that was great. I love that. George Clinton Parliament, in the scene as well. Strawberry Jacuzzi, like all the stuff that that's just nuts, that I just enjoyed. And then now introducing it to my kids has been so awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And real quick, there's also the spinoff Kenan and Kel. I think that ran from like 96 to 2000 with you and Kenan back. I love the Coolio theme song, right? Can hear I hear it now. But and I also like that you guys came out in the beginning like through the stage curtain, like a little bit of I'm sure it wasn't improv, I'm sure it was scripted, but I don't know, it was like a playful interaction with the crowd. But yeah, how fun was doing Kenan and Kel as an extension of all that? Like that was you guys, being a new platform.
Yeah, it was great. Like we were doing sketch, and they put us in all the sketches together on all that. So then they would see Kenan and I on set and offset and said, "Yo, this needs to be a show." And so they got together with Kim Bass, who he created the Sister show too as well, around that same time. And just came up with this great idea, and him, Brian Robbins, put together this amazing sitcom. And we love watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and, Martin and all those shows like that. Yeah. And so it was like, this would be our own type of show. And we were doing all of that and Kenan and Kel at the same time, basically back to back to back to back. But yeah, man, it was great. It was great. Such a fun show. I still, to this day, I can be at a 5-star restaurant with my wife, or I could be at a drive-through and people will still go, who loves orange soda. So,
Kel loves orange soda.
oh, dude, if I get anything else, the waiter's like, wait, where's the orange soda? You need to get orange soda. So, but yeah, I love that though. I love that about the fans. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you and I are both, adults, I don't know, in our 30s, maybe approaching 40s now, but it's easy to look back and say, oh, it was just, silly childhood nostalgic stuff, but not really. If you really think about it, you're lucky, sir. We'll say you're blessed. Let's say you're blessed. Not many people have multiple, pop culture phrases like "Who loves orange soda?" or "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?" Like, you get to say that to anyone on the street, and people know multiple lines of yours. So, bravo.
Man, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. It's fun to have that too, because someone asked me recently, because some child actors don't like their sayings from the past of their characters, and I'm like, well, I've been blessed to have so many different ones. I don't get the same one every day. Like someone might yell out "Repairman" one day, and then the next day it'll be orange soda. So it's like, it's doable. I'm cool with it. Hearing it.
Have you? Speaking of that, you just sparked something for me. Have you ever had a repairman come to your house to fix something, and then they look at you and you're like, "Wait a minute, I thought I was repair, but you're repairman."
Well, I've had some repairman moments here at the house when me try to fix things myself, and I had to call the real repairman, man.
Or like when you're going through a drive-through fast food, does anyone look out and be like, "Wait a minute, you should be in here"? Like it's your everyday life.
That happens all the time. Drive-throughs. Me and my wife, we get free burgers because of, like, we're the real Burger King and Burger Queen because of Good Burger. People are literally like, "Welcome to Good Burger." I've heard "Welcome to In-N-Out." Sure. Welcome to got all that stuff from people. It's funny to me though.
they look out, they say, "Get in here and start making some of that special sauce." I love it. Awesome. Well, cool. It's so good to catch up with you and see that you're doing so well. And and then of course Keenan's over, he's hosting the Emmys and he's on SNL. He's doing so great for himself. Do you guys stay in touch ever? Or
dude, what? We talk all the time. I was gonna be there when he got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but I was in Canada. I'm shooting a Christmas movie that's coming out, and so I couldn't make it. But yeah, man, we talk all the time, man, and I'm super excited for the Emmys. Yeah, that's my guy, man. We're excited.
Do you think? Final question: do you think if you were a hockey goalie, could you stop his knuckle puck?
Yeah. I know him very well. I think I could stop it. I think he'll say no, but I could stop it.
You scouted him. Awesome.
I know the tricks. I know how he does it.
You know the tricks. Yes, exactly. And it probably might have a little bit to do with prayer.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you joining us. Kel Mitchell. Again, everybody, check out all the stuff at pray.com, the bedtime Bible stories. Pick up Bless Mode and the new book, Prank Day. You got a lot of stuff going on. Hey, thanks for joining us. This was so much fun.
Thank you, man. God bless, bro. Yeah, we both got black on. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, what is it? We're Johnny Cash in it here. All right, cool. Thanks so much.
For sure. Have a good one, bro.